Multiple people and I decided to do a 30-day chest expander challenge. What did we learn during this challenge? Why do this challenge in the first place? What type of games did we make? And on the same coin, what did we lose? We're excited to see what gains are possible. But first, just in case you're now attending my chest expander playlists, I wanted to show you why I chose to do this challenge in the first place. And here we go. These are my personal reasons that might resonate with you. I usually train in an un-AC'd and unheated garage, so winter is an obvious obstacle to me and my usual equipment. Not to say that chest expander is not my usual equipment, I just don't exclusively train with it in the summer or warmer weather. I would love to move all my equipment indoors, I just don't have the space. So for seasonal reasons, spatial reasons, and since I'm a new dad, and I'm time poor, that's why I decided to do this challenge. So if you can relate to all this, please hit me up in the comments. But Trey, why don't you just go to a commercial gym? Well, it's just not my cup of tea right now. I like my space, my time, my family. I just don't want to invest time going to a gym. I understand chest expanders are super niche, but I'm here today to show you my non-chest expander strength by doing weighted calisthenics to see how weak my eccentric strength became if it did. However, I'm also taking my upper body measurements before this workout just to see if any mass was lost. Here is all that now. Okay, so these measurements were taken on November 4th after my 30-day challenge of doing partial reps only. So this is the closest time frame I have to measurements. All these measurements are taken cold, no pump. My arms right there were about 17 and 1/4. And right here, I'm measuring my quad, and it came out to be right at about 25. For this challenge, I did not really train legs, and we'll see how much leg mass I've lost. And here I'm measuring my chest, and just repeat, I have not hit free weights since November 4th. I've been doing calisthenics, and I've been doing my chest expander routine here. And what does my chest end up being in November 4th? Hopefully I step closer to the camera here. Voila! Oh, come on, figure it out, bud. A little over 45, it looks like. Give or take 45, 45 and a half. And now we have our current numbers. This is taken today, cold, no pump, strictly for your entertainment. Yeah, get that flex. What do we got going on here? Let's show the camera. All right. A tad over 17 and a half. Nice. Now, I told you guys I haven't trained legs with free weights. I've done some calisthenics between November 4th and now. But again, there's been no axial load and there's been no real eccentric stress on any of my muscles, really, since December 10th or so. And my legs right there were 24 inches, 24 and a half. And let's see what I can get my big old chest to. Did my chest actually expand? Does the chest expander expand the chest? The age-old question I hear daily. All right, let's see what we got going on with my new chest number here. Hopefully I can get close to the camera and we can see it. I gotta zoom in. Alrighty, so after I zoomed in here, it's about 46 and a half. That's pretty cool. That means my lats grew. That means my upper back and lats definitely grew on the chest expander challenge, which that's to be expected. And here are just some quick poses for you guys. Little front double bicep, front lat, back lat, shirt off, all that fun action. But yeah, this is really cool because chest expander work definitely improves your shoulder yoke, your lats, your traps, rhomboids, rear delts, all that stuff grew and it attributed to a bigger chest number. That's actually pretty exciting. So I hope everyone that ran this challenge is experiencing the exact same thing I was. I decided to test 4 eccentric lifts at home to test my strength. And again, haven't touched any free weights or calisthenics in at least a month, and free weights 2 months. So here I'm doing ring dips, and I weigh roughly about 210. One reason I decided to do ring dips was because I wanted to see if my triceps actually started getting stronger with the chest expander. So I was able to push out 10 ring dips to failure. So that's probably where my max was going to be. And that's pretty impressive to me for weighing 210. Not bad. I'm following up with weighted pull ups now. So I'm adding 25 pounds to a back, no, not a backpack, adding 25 pounds to my waist with a belt. And I'm going to do a max effort set on weighted pull ups too. So another good carry over movement, in my opinion, because a lot of chest expander movements are the pull downs you do from over your head. So this would be like a typical transfer of strength. Let's see if it works. Managed to squeeze out 6 and attempted 7. Third movement I'm testing is a weighted push up. So I'm adding that same 25 pounds to a backpack. We're going to strap on and strap in for some weighted push ups. I'm using the risers. So let's hurry up and get this old backpack on. Here is just another amazing upper body movement to test any kind of strength you could do. So let me shimmy and wiggle and wrinkle and wraggle. I managed to squeeze out 12. I think I attempted 13. So that's not bad. I'm weighing at least 235 doing this. Fourth and final test of strength, as we all know and we all should be doing, is your typical standing barbell curl. Did this outside for room's sake and put some gloves on because it's freezing. That barbell was so cold. But what do we end up getting here? So I managed to squeeze out 115 pounds for 5, a tad bit of body English, but that's normally how I curl anyway. And the bottom portion did seem harder according to the top. But it was still a really good test of strength. I attempted 6 and it just was not happening. So what we have here are the results for what we stood to gain and what we lost. So obviously, chest grew an inch. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say that that was strictly lats, rear delts, rhomboids, upper back, traps, all that. That would be what attributed to that. Bicep is going to be 1/4 of an inch bigger. That just makes sense to me because I was doing biceps every other day. It's a frequency muscle, in my opinion. Now, quads, definitely understandable too, because I didn't really train legs. So they went down 1/2 inch, which I'm honestly happy with. 24, 25 is just about as big as a quad I want. As far as my strength goes, me being able to do 10 reps on bodyweight dips at 210 on rings, I'm happy with that strength level. I don't think chest expander training improved it. And on the pull-ups I did, that's kind of disappointing because this summer I was busting out reps with 50, 55 pounds, 3 sets of 5. So chest expander, you did me dirty on the pull downs, did not transfer to pull-ups, unfortunately. In my opinion, this is my results. Please post yours. So for the push-ups, I wasn't expecting much. Again, with the added 25 pounds, that made me 235 pounds. And being able to do 12 reps, I'm not upset with it. I feel like that's decent strength for that weight, adding weight to your body. For calisthenics bros and athletes, that's nothing. But for me, I'll take it. I don't think the chest expander helped me in that move either. But I don't think I got much weaker in that move as well. And for barbell curls, being able to do 115 for 5 still, I think that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I think this summer I did 135 for 3. So I think it's maintaining my strength there. It's definitely maintaining my arm size. I've been getting a lot of arm and upper back and delt compliments from chest expander training. But also I do look different pumped. Everyone looks different pumped. I have 18-inch arms pumped. You know, it's one of those things. But I like to measure cold, to be honest and truthful. All right, so if you saw me walking down the street without a pump, that's the measurement I took. And drum roll, please. What am I rating my chest expander experience totally as my whole month went by? What am I rating it out of 5? The chest expander training gets a solid 4 stars out of 5. I think it's an amazing tool and piece of equipment to have in your gym for the obvious reasons of frequency, no soreness, and gaining size. But it just doesn't hold true for eccentric strength. It doesn't carry over to free weights, it doesn't seem. But if you're in a pinch, you don't have space, you're training in the cold, and you need to be warm, bring your chest expander inside, get a hell of a workout, get a good pump, show off them guns, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for tuning in for my 30 days expander challenge video. We'll see you later.